Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Varsha More from Ayurveda Network. I warmly welcome all the participants and our guest speaker for the fifth talk in this webinar series. This webinar series is hosted by Ayurveda Network BHU. Ayurveda Network BHU has already hosted approximately more than 500 lectures on our website ayurvedanetworkbhu.com. Today, we are honored to have Professor Sunanda Pedhekar as our guest speaker. Uh, Good afternoon, ma'am, and I warmly welcome you to this webinar series. It is a great pleasure to have you as today's guest speaker. So, before we proceed, I would like to request the audience to put their comments or any questions or queries into the comment section. Uh, uh, Ma'am is going to will be delivering a talk on the topic Ayurveda perspective on respiratory diseases, insights into the Tamak Shwas. Um, I would like to briefly introduce Professor Sunanda Pedhekar, ma'am, to the audience of this webinar series. Ma'am currently works as a professor in the Department of Kaya Chikitsa in the Faculty of Ayurveda at BHU. She holds many diplomas and degrees. She has an MD degree in Kaya Chikitsa from Pune University and PhD from Bharati Vidyapith, Pune. She has also received modular training in RNTCP and HIV through the National Tuberculosis Institute in Bangalore. She has more than 30 years of clinical experience and over 24 years of teaching experience to UG and PG students also. She has guided many students for their MD. Ma'am has joined BHU as a professor in the Department of Kaya Chikitsa on 21st March 2021. She also served as an associate professor in the Department of Kaya Chikitsa at Bharati Vidyapith for more than 15 years. She earned Best Paper Award at national seminars on women's health in Indian scenario in the year 2008. She has published more than 15 articles in various international and national journals and also written 3 book chapters from the different publishers. She has presented more than 25 papers at international and national conferences, symposia, and seminars. She is an active member of scientific and academic bodies and has organized numerous health education and awareness programs for the public. Once again, it is a great pleasure to have you here, ma'am, and I extend a warm welcome to you in this webinar series. I request ma'am to deliver a talk.
Thank you, madam. Hello, everyone, and namaskar. Myself, Dr. Sunanda Pedhekar, Department of the Kaya Chikitsa, Faculty of Ayurveda, IMS, BHU. Today's topic is Ayurvedic perspective on the respiratory diseases, insight into the Tamak Shwas. Swasthya or healthy person. Ayurveda is an ancient system. The concept of swasthya or the healthy person is indeed based on the balance and equilibrium of the various factors, including dosh, bioenergy, dhatu, body tissue, mal, waste products, agni, metabolic fire, and the overall well-being of the mind, sense, and soul. A person who has these elements in balance and is free from disease is considered as a swasthya, which translates to a healthy individuals. Ayurveda emphasizes a holistic approach to health and wellness, taking into the account only the physical aspect but also the mental and spiritual dimension also. Achieving the maintaining swasthya involves combination of proper diet, lifestyle, pranayam, yoga, meditation, shodhan, and rasayan chikitsa. To create a mental equilibrium, which tridosh, saptadhatu, mala, and soul, sense, and mind is the goal of the Ayurveda. Diet and nutrition. Ayurveda emphasizes the importance of a proper diet and nutrition tailored in an individual constitution, that is a prakriti. And the current imbalance Vikruti, it prescribes the specific dietary guidelines to balance the dosh and the promote the good digestion. Lifestyle. Lifestyle is a choice such as the routine work, that is a dincharya, and seasonal routine, that is a rutucharya, are important in Ayurveda. These routines are designed to align with the natural rhythms of the body and to promote the balance. Yoga and meditation. Yoga and meditation are integral to Ayurveda as they help maintain mental and emotional balance. They also support the physical health and the flexibility. Pranayam. Controlled breathing exercise helps the regulate the flow of pran in the body, which can have the profound impact on overall the well-being. Sanshodhan and Rasayan Chikitsa. This is the detoxification and the rejuvenation therapy in Ayurveda. It involves the combination of therapeutic clearance and the body toxins and the restore the balance. By addressing imbalance in these various aspects of life, Ayurveda aims to help the individual achieve swastha, which is not just the absence of disease and the state of the virtual health, and balance in all aspects of their beings. It's the holistic approach they are considered the unique constitution. It's and the analog of the related cellular function of the Ayurvedic concept and dosh, dhatu, and mana. Tridosh. It is if the cell is a structural and the functional unit of a dhatu parmanu of a living body, one can classify the cellular function in terms of dosh, dhatu, and mana. For example, cellular transport, signaling system, messaging system, all subtle movements required for the cellular functions represent the function of the vata. All enzymatic action, nutrient into biological energy form, catabolic activities represent the pitta. All anabolic activities, protein synthesis, formation of new biological molecules, multiplication, etc., represent the kapha. What? What dosh is associated with the movement and the communication at the cellular level. What like a functions could include the cellular transport, which involves the movement of the molecules and granules within the cells, as well as the cell signal, which coordinate the various cellular activities. The subtotal movements required for cellular functions, such as the dynamic nature of the cytoskeleton, can also be linked to the Vata. Pitta. Pitta dosh is related to transformation and metabolism. Cellular functions that involve the enzymatic actions that transformation of nutrients and the biological energy. For example, ATP production through the cellular respiration and the catabolic activities breaking down the molecule for energy can be associated with the pitta-like functions. These processes are the akin to transformative and metabolic qualities of the pitta dosh. Kapha. Kapha dosh is a link to the structure and stability at the cellular level, kapha-like functions might involve anabolic activities, anabolic functions such as the protein synthesis and the formation of a new biological molecule, that is the DNA replication and RNA transcription. Cellular multiplication, which leads to tissue growth and repair, can also related to kapha-like qualities as involve building and stabilization. Ayurveda primarily deals with the balance of dosh, dhatu, and mala at a holistic level within the human body. Considering the individual constitution and the imbalance, cellular functions are highly complex and to involve the multitude of the biomolecule and the biochemical process, which aren't necessarily addressed within the traditional framework of Ayurveda. The analog can provide the creative way to think about the diverse functions that occur within the cells. Although all functions go in synchronization and complement each other, not a single function is possible without the other cell. Ayurveda believes that Tridosh are the driving force of the living body and the Saptadhatu are the functional tissue of the body. Though which certain functions are achieved, driving forces of the living body and the Saptadhatu are the functional tissue. That is the Rasadhatu. Rasadhatu represent the plasma or the external fluid in the body. Its function include the maintaining fluid balance, electrolyte balance, and the regulating the distribution of the fluid in various compartments with the body. It plays a crucial role in keeping the body hydrated and balanced. Raktadhatu, reticuloendothelial system, hemoglobin metabolism, oxygen supply at the tissue level. Raktadhatu corresponds of blood. Its function becomes the operating of the reticuloendothelial system, part of the immune system. The metabolism of the hemoglobin and the transport of the oxygen to tissue, Raktadhatu ensures that oxygen supply necessary for the cellular functions. Mouse Dhatu covering the body frame of the body to give the specific shape to the body locomotion through its control. Meda Dhatu represent adipose tissue or fat. It plays a role in lubrication, bodily structure, maintaining their the compliance and the contributing the various functions from the phospholipid cell membrane to synovial fluid. In synovial and the cerebrospinal fluid of the cranial nerve. Asti from the bony frame of the body. Majjadhatu associate with the bone marrow and the central part of the bone tissue. It serves the lubrication substance for the core of Asti Dhatu, contributes to the formation of nerve tissue, insulate the nerve, and support the nervous system by the providing uninterrupted energy supply. Shukra from the male and female gametes, and also the degeneration giving rise to new human beings. Ayurveda understanding the dhatus are more by their functional aspect rather than their morphological base. Certain srotas or channels are associated for the smooth functioning of the body. Each dhatu has its own srotas and each srotas performs different exclusive vital functions. Shwasan. Shwasan or the act of the respiration, such is not described samhitas like a charak and the sushruta. Though in different contexts, function of the breathing described under the function of different types of the vayu. In Shushruta Samhita, which is a prime treatise of the functional anatomy, describes the pupus and the apastamba, that is, can be interpreted as the lung and the trachea respectively. This is a chronological review of the preference regarding the function of Shwasan. Vayu function is a living body, though its subtypes Pran, Udan, Vyan, Saman, and Apan. Because of their relentless functioning of all physical movements are the maintained normalcy. Among those, site of the Pran is a Murdha, Kantha, Jivva, Asya, Nasika. Breathe in is the function of the pranvayu. Breathe out is the function of udan vayu. As the region of the nabi, chest cavity, that is the ur, and the kantha is the area of the functioning for the udan vayu. Shwasan or the act of the respiration as a such are not described in Samhitas, but also this is all is described in the Shwasan karma or the function of the vat. Pupus is the Acharya Sushrut is a described as the pupus is a form from the blood froth. Pupus is attached to the hridaya. That is a it is described by the Dallan. He pupus attached to the hridaya. In Shushruta Charistan clearly mentioned nadis conducted vayu in chest cavity and apastamba. Urdhvak dhamnis are supposed to be involved in the Shwashan karma of the act of respiration. Kas and Shwas are the mentioned as a disease of this structure involving the pupus, apastamba, and vata purna koshtam. Formation of the pupus. Pupus, which can be interpreted as the lungs, are believed to be formed from the fourth of the blood. This is the unique prescription of the lung formation, highlight the intricate relationship between the body fluids and the organ development. Involvement of the Urdhva Dhamni. Involvement of the Urdhva Dhamni. Urdhva Dhamni is the upper vessel or the channels are believed to the involved in the Shoshan Karma or act of the respiration. These highlights are the specific anatomical structure or the pathway responsible for the breathing. Achievements, attachment to the hriday, that is the heart. Pupus is said to be attached to the hriday or a heart. This connection underscores the vital role of the lungs in oxygenation, the blood, and the maintaining the overall circulation. Role of nadis. The sutra from the Shushru Sharistan emphasized that nadis are the channels conducted vayu in the chest cavity and the apastamba, trachea or windpipe. This indication of the importance of this. Involvement of Urdhvak Dhamni. Urdhvak Dhamnis, the upset upper vessel or the channels, are believed to involve in the Shwasan Karma or the act of respiration. This highlights the specific anatomical structure and pathways responsible for the breathing. Respiratory disorders. Cas, Shwas are the mentioned diseases that can affect this structure, including the pupus, apastamba, and vatapurna kosta, that is abdominal region and filled with air. This reflects the understanding that imbalance or disorders in these areas can lead the respiratory elements. Vatapurna kosta are described as the organ of respiration according to Ayurveda, considering the acceptance of oxygen as its dissemination to all cells comes under the control of Pran and Udan Vayu. Nishwas is interpreted as the inspiration and Vichwas is interpreted as the expiration. Avlambak cup placed in chest cavity maintain the compliance of case of the respiratory movements. Maintaining the continuity of the life. The description stating that this process of respiration and the circulation of pran vayu maintain the continuity of the life. The proper functioning of the pran is considered essential for the sustaining the life and maintain the overall health. Pupus is the seat of the Pupus is the seat of the Udan Vayu. That is, the Udan Vayu is the responsible for the upward and outward movements. It is associated with the function related to the throat, voice, and respiratory respiration. Pupus is the though to be the location where Udan Vayu primarily operating in the body. Organs of respiration in Ayurveda. Ayurveda describes the various organs and the components involved in the process of respiration. These include the Vatapurna Koshta, the abdominal cavity, pupus, the thoracic region, and other anatomical structure. These organs collectively contribute to the process of breathing, which is controlled and regulated by the pran and its subtype, including the Udan and Vayu. Udan and the pran. Control of oxygen, acceptance and dissemination by pran and udan vayu. According to Ayurvedic principle, the acceptance of oxygen and its dissemination to the all cells are considered to be under the control of pran and its subtype, that is the udan. Vayu playing a specific role in this process. Pran vayu is responsible for the intake of vital energy, including oxygen, into the body. Nishwas, inspiration, and the Vishwas, expiration. Nishwas represent the process of inspiration which involves the take of oxygen the rich air into the lungs. Uchwas, on the other hand, represent expiration where the body expels the carbon dioxide rich air from the lungs. These processes are vital for the maintaining the exchange of gases, oxygen to enter the carbon dioxide to exit. Avlambak cup in chest cavity. The references of Avlambak cup in the chest cavity, the significant kapha dosh is associated with the stability and lubrication in the body. In the context of the respiration, Avlambak cup is the believed to maintain the compliance of the chest cavity, ensuring that the respiratory movements such as expansion and the contraction of the chest during the breathing occur smoothly and without difficulty. This helps facilitate the process of respiration by the Kapilash. Pran taking part in Shwasan, site, Nabi, Pranavatra Murdaga function flow with the blood and supplies oxygen to every cell of the body, enters in the body at the time of process of Nishwas, fed by the external air, Ambar Piyush. Other acharya says that site, Shiro Pradesh, that is a Nabistha Pranapavna function, control on all organs, heart and mind carries out the process of Nishwas, fed by the Prakrut Vatadosh. Pranavashotas. Pranavashrotas is one of the several shrotas described in Ayurveda in primarily deals with the transport and regulation of the pran throughout the body. Pran encompasses not only the breath but also the vital that suppose that the various physiological function includes the respiration, circulation and necessary perception. Acharya Charak says the pranava shrotasam rudayam mulam mahashrotas. Ruday and mahashrotas is the mulastan of the pranava shrotas. According to Acharya Shushruta says, according that the Mulastan of the Pranavashrotas is described as the heart, that is the Hruday, and the 10 Dashadhamnis that carry the pran and suggest that connection between the heart and the flow of pran throughout the body. Acharya Charak and Shushruta say same things. Hruday and the Rasava Dhamni is the Mulastan of the Pranavashrotas. Acharya Sharangadhara's prescriptive that is Nabhistha Pranapauna. This is the Mulastan of the Pranavashrotas, is the Nabhi. Nabhistha is the Pranapauna. What is this Nabhi? This is the Niyaman Stan. With the understanding, one can understand the view of Acharya Sharangadhars considering the Nabhi as the Mulastan of the Pranavashrotas. Important structure which regulate the pressure between the thoracic and the abdominal cavities. Any mechanical disturbance in this disturbed act of respiration, movements in abdominal organs as well. If Nabi is interpreted as the umbilicus, this explanation gives the insight in considering as the Mulastan of Pranavasrotas as the Niyaman Stan. Component of the Nabi. Nabi encompasses not only the umbilical but also include the abdominal muscles and the diaphragm. These components work together in the coordinated manner. Regulation of the forces. The abdominal muscles and the diaphragm play a crucial role in regulating the pressure between the thoracic and the abdominal cavities. Their coordinated actions are essential for the smooth functioning of respiration. Mechanical disturbances and the impact. Any mechanical disturbances or dysfunction in the nabi can move, that is the umbilical region, can move direct impact on the act of respiration. These disturbances can disrupt the harmonious movement of the abdominal organ and the diaphragm, leading to the respiratory issue, that is the respiratory system disturb. Niyaman interpreting Nabi is the umbilicus and understanding its role as a regulatory and Niyaman provides a valuable insight into its significance as the Mulastan of Pranavasrotas. It highlights the Nabi role in the maintaining all balance and the between different cavities and system involved the respiratory overall the health. Ayurvedic concepts, respiration and role of Udan Vayu controlling the various aspects of breathing. Pranavashrotas refers to the function of channels responsible for the movement and the regulation of pran, the life force, vital energy within the body. Understanding Pranavashrotas is crucial in Ayurveda, as it's play a fundamental role in maintaining the overall health and vitality. Mulastan of Pranavashrotas, its a significance in Tamak Shwas. Tatra Pranavanam Shrotasam, Hridayam Mulam Mahasrotasya, Charak Vimansan. Tamak Shwas. Acharya Shushrutaracharya says that the विहाय प्रकृति वायु प्राणो अत कप संयुता श्वासार्थ्यार्थ मृदोगो भूत्वा tam श्वासम परिचक्षते. It's clear that when the pranavayu is not performing it's a normal physiological in functions, that is become vitiated and becomes the vigun gun kapha and moves in coronary direction, means the upward direction, its result the shwas row. While commenter of the Dallan says the prakriti vihan means the Viguna Bhavati. And the further he clarified that Urdago Bhitva Tatha Kapa Sanyuta. Kap, Kapa Sanyukta Yan Sada Swasayati Shwasa Parichikshate. Means the Shwas is clear that with the if is the cup with the Vadosh. Obstruction of the cup develop the Tamak Shwas. Acharya Charakacharya also says that the tamakshas is the manifestations of the tama, that is the darkness, kapha, kas, and the dryness of vayu. Due to the dominance of tam, it is associated with the sense of impending doom. The symptoms of the kapha and asthma manifest the predominant during the night when the sun is not shining. It should be considered as a tamakshas. Kasavridyo bhavet shwasa purve prava dosha kopen. Shwas arises from the increased cup by the cause which bring out the aggravation of the dosh. Also by the diarrhea, amatisa, vomathu, vish, pandu, jwarapi, raja, dhuma, anil, marvaghat, ati Him Ambuna, cold water, drinking very cold water, increase the kapadosh and develop the Shwas Vyadi. Increased kapha, Shwas can arise from the increase in kapha. This suggests that the excessive coughing can lead to respiratory distress. Aggravation of doshas. Shwas can also be triggered by the factors that lead to aggravation of the three doshas, that is the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Imbalance in these doshas will affect the respiratory health. Gastrointestinal issue, GIT tract, digestive disturbances such as diarrhea, indigestion, and the vomiting, and the contribute to the development of the Shwas. Proper digestion is considered crucial for overall health in Ayurveda. and digestive issue can impact the respiratory function. That is the according to Sharangadhara Samhita, Mulastan of the Pranavashrotas is the Nabhi, that is the umbilical, that is the abdomen. Poisoning. Exposure to poison or toxins is listed as a potential cause of Shwas. Toxins in the body can have a systemic effects including respiratory symptoms. Anemia. Anemia is a condition characterized by the deficiency of red blood cells or the hemoglobin. Is mentioned as a potential factor in the onset of Shwas. Anemia can lead to reduced oxygen carrying capacity of the blood and develop the Shwas. Fever. The presence of fever is associated with the development of the Shwas. Elevated body temperature, inflammation can affect the respiratory system. Environmental factors. Schwas can also be triggered by the external factors such as exposure to dust, smoke, and various environmental conditions like a strong breeze. These factors can irritate the respiratory passages, and develop the Schwas. Nowadays, we see the allergic condition and develop the allergic bronchitis. Injury to vital organs. Injuries to vital organs are noted as a potential cause of Schwas. Trauma to the chest, other vital areas can affect the respiratory dysfunction. Consumption of very cold water. Drinking very cold water is mentioned as a potential trigger for a Schwas Vyadi. Samprapti. What gets obstructed at its moment? Kapha to the Vomana Vishagastita. Means the what obstructed in the movement by kapha. This obstruction spreading in all direction. Vishesha the channel of pran respiration Udakva Shrotas and the Annava Shrotas. Annava Shrotas, that is the Dushyanti Prana Udakvahini and the Dushta Shrotansi Dushan. Purasta Kurute Shwasa Amashaya Samudbhava. The development of Shwas, shortness of breath, dyspnea, and its relationship with the interaction between the dosh, vat, cup, and various physiological processes. Schwas can be attributed to the interaction between the Vat and the cup interaction. Vat is associated with the air and the movement of the body, while Kapha is associated with the stability and the moisture and the structural elements. It obstructs the Vatavahan. Obstruction of Vat. Kapha obstructs the movement of Vat. Kapha's quality include the heaviness and the stickiness, and when it accumulates in the respiratory channels, it can impair the natural movements of the Vat. Obstruction spreading. The obstruction caused by kapha is the spreading in all directions. This suggests that the blockage or congestion affects not only one specific area but spreads throughout the respiratory channel. Visheshan, that is the imbalance, the channel of the pran, udan, with the pranavashrotas, udakvashrotas, and annavashrotas maybe. This indicates that a blockage disrupts the normal flow and function of the channels. Shwas origin. Shwas is said to be arise from the amashe, which refers of the digestive system. This suggests that the disturbance in the digestive system can distribute of the development of the Shwas. The development of the Shwas as a complex interplay between the Vat and Kapadosh with the cup obstruction and the movement of Vat. This obstruction leads to the visheshan of the channel is related to respiration, water and food around the chest area, ultimately resulting in the manifestation of the Shwas. Acharya Madhav Nidankar and Shrutacharya also described as a samprapti, that is a Charak Samhita outline the pathological of Tamak Shwas which involves the visheshan of dosh, primarily Vata and Kapha, along with the involvement of the Rasa, plasma and Rakta, blood in the respiratory system. Thus, gradually visheshan of these elements lead to accumulation of Kapha in the respiratory passage and development of the symptoms of the Tamak Shwas. Means the Avrodjanyavadi, if holding the Shramaswas and Niswas are caused the Rudra, like that, the Avrodjanyavat Vinmutra Jrumba, that is the Vegavrod, if we Avrod Udavarsa can be developed and develop the Shwasvedi. Asthma attack. Asthma is a hyperreactivity of these bronchi with an inflammation component. Often it responds to allergens. In asthma, the constriction the bronchi can result in a difficulty in breathing, giving a shortness of breath. This can lead to a lack of oxygen reaching the body for cellular process. In this case, an asthma patient take the pup can be used to rectify the problem. In GINA guidelines, first time patient is come with the started the steroids and that is the pup, Porcart and any other. The pup administration the bronchodilator which serves to soothe the constricted bronchi and the re-expand the airways. These effects occurs quickly. Asthma is a respiration of disease of the bronchi and bronchioles. The symptom includes the wheezing, shortness of breath, sensitivity of irritants, bronchial inflammation, which can include the pollen, dust, animal dander, and tobacco. Even being in cold air can be an irritant. When exposed to an irritant, the smooth muscle in the bronchioles undergoes the spasm, and most asthmatic patients develop the inflammation, reduce the diameter of the airway, and contribute the seriousness of the attack. And develop the wheezing, that is high pitched wheezing sound, shortness of the breath, and sensitivity to irritants, bronchial inflammation, and develop the very early, that is the asthmatic attack. That is, the asthma is a chronic condition, and with the right care, most people with asthma can live healthy and active life. That is samprapti. What is happen? Vayu moving in the reverse direction and develop the Tamak Shwas. Usual movements of the organ Vayu from the outside to the within. It is a disturb and develop the samprapti of the Tamak Shwas. रूप, हृदपीडा, भक्तद्वेष, अनाह, पार्श्वशूल, वैरस्य, and the throat swedan, vomathu, sometimes vomiting, kanta gurgura kamita. This is the symptoms of the group of the stomach shwas. Gurgurak, wheezing sound and murmuring sound. Dyspnea, deep velocity of is the life threatening. Because of the acute spasm, the patient gets tremors and the cuffs become the static and develop the asthmatic attack. He faints while the cupping. Since the cup does not come out, drain he is relieved sometimes when the cup come out. His throat is choked and he is unable to speak freely. He is unable to sleep. He gets dyspnea while lying down for sleep. That's why the asino labhyate saukyam. Chest gets appreciated by the Vayu, but he is relieved in the sitting position. He curves for the light, hot comfort, eyeballs projected, eyeballs project out outside, and the sweating on the forehead and becomes restless. His mouth is become the dry. He gets a frequent proximal dyspnea. Attack gets aggravated when the sky is cloudy and when they exposed to cold water or humidity. The passage begins by the describing the reverse movement of the Vayu, air or vital breath within the body, which afflicts the neck and head, stimulates the production of the cough in the respiration system and leading to the rhinitis. That is the reverse movement of the pranvayu and afflicts the head and neck. Kapha and penis develop the increase the kapha dosh and develop the penis. That's why the started the prapnian and the pran avroth and develop the symptoms gurgura, pramo and kas also. Trigger factors and aggravate, that is aggravating factors. Meg ambu, see that a cloudy environment, cold water, and the increase the sleshma, that is the that time and that place, the aggravating and the trigger factors increase the asthma and increase the tamak shwas rate. Type of the tamak shwas is the tamak, satamak, and the pratamak. That is the atibal and the susta, that is the increase the kapha, that is the satamak, and with the murcha patient the started the symptoms murcha jwara, that is the pratamak shwas. Sadhya sadhyata. Prognosis. Chronic condition. Tamak Shwas is described as a chronic condition suggestive that it tends to persist over time. That is the Balino Bhavati. The passage note that the Tamak Shwas is curable if the onset is recent and if the patient possesses strength and vitality. This implies that early intervention treatments and essential for the bottom point. That is the sadhya when the tamakshwas is the nava is the nava status, that is the sadhya, and it become the balwan dosh, and the chronic status it is become the aptya. Samanya chikitsa. In classical texts, the approach the treatment has been described the Charak Samhita Vimanstan. Chikitsa of tamakshwas depends on the dosh involved and the physical state of the patient on the basis of dosic status, that is the physical state, and the patient can be classified as the dosic status, that is the kapanubandha, that is the kapha balwan, and the vatanubandha, that is the vatik balwan. Sanshadhan chikitsa. If the stomach shwas is the amasha udbhajvadi, that's why anuloman is essential. That is a advise the Chikisa Sutra, that is a Tamketu Virechan. Charkachar emphasized that the strong build patient with the dominant cup and the vat should be treated with the Sanshodhan therapy, that is a woman, and Virechan as per necessity. Vagbhat also mentioned same thing, that is the Shodhan Chikitsa, woman, and Virechan. The authors of Yoga Ratnakar has mentioned that except Sneh Basti, all other methods of the Shodhan Chikitsa should be adopted in Tamak Shwas. Snehan and Swedan. Hika Shwas Ardit. All patient has a Lavantel and Nadi Prastar Swedan is the must, and it is essential and very effective. They develop the Vatanuloman and Shrotabhi a Vilayan. Shleshma is become the Vilayan stage and the develops the Pran Vashrotas, and the Pran Marga is the Prakrut, it is a normal. Chikisa, woman, Dhumapan, and Virechan. Virechan is advised as a daily Virechan, and woman is a seasonal woman. Yeah, the Kafanu Bandi, yeah, fir a Balwan dosh. That time it's advised the patient as a woman and give the woman. Dhumapan, it is the advice maybe in daily form. Shaman Chikisa, Samshaman Chikisa, Ekadravya Chikisa, that is the Pushkar Mool, Sati, Amlavetas, Ela, Hingu, Surasa, Yasti, Madhu, maybe with the Madhu or the hot water, and maybe it with the path formation. Ekadik Dravya, that is a polyherbal, Talisadi Churna, Bharangadi Gud, Haridra Churna, Pippaladi Lava, and the Kankasav are the very effective for the Tamakshwas. It eats the Kappa Vilayan, and the France, the normal way is started, and the destroy the all the obstruction that is made by the Kapadosh. Component medicine, that is a Shringadi Churna, Bharangi Sharkara, Vijayavati, Shwas Kutar Ras, Shwas Bhairav Ras, Shwas Chintamani Ras, and most advised patient as a Nidan Parivarja, which is the aggregate as the trigger factor of the stomach Shwas. Pathya Patyavarga, Puran Srishtiशाली, रक्तशाली धान्य, wheat, यव, मुद्ग, meat of rabbit, peacock, तितर, लावा, कुकुंड, etc. This is the Ushna Gunatmak, all the Dravya. Kantakari, Bimbifal, Sukshmayala, Marich, Shunti, Draksha, Lasun, Puranagrita, Ajadugdha, Ajagrita, Gomutra, Sura, hot water, honey are the advice, which is the Ushna Gunatmak and the villain of the proper. Apatyavarga, beans, anupmans, mass, unboiled milk, cold water, curd, tail, fried food, etc. are the as a ahar dravya. Suppression of the mutravek, long journey, lifting heavy weight, chinta are the vihar, which are the apatya. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful session. Uh, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to Madam for accept for accepting our invitation and for sharing her valuable insights and expertise with us. Thank you once again, ma'am. Uh,